So hello guys, welcome to my channel Study Peg. So today we will discuss about memory and forgetting. It is chapter in psychology. So first content we will talk about memory, memory process, memory system, contemporary approach to memory, parallel distributed model or neural network model, associated model of memory, improving memory, forgetting, and causes of forgetting like interference inhibition theory, memory dysfunction, repression or retrieval failure, and decay theory. So first talking about memory, it is the process by which people encode, store, and retrieve information. Encode is the initial perception or registration of information. There is storage, which is the retention of encoded information over the time. Retrieval means the process involved in using the stored information. Memory failure is the forgetting or the breakdown of the stage of memory process. It allows to retrieve information from the past, enables to learn new skills and develop habits. It plays important role to comprehend language, recognize our friends and family, and find out the way to come home, etc. So we have memory process. There are three processes: encoding, storage, and retrieval. So talking about encoding, it is the process of perceiving information and transforming into code which can be stored. Sensory information is received and coded and transformed into the neural impulses that can be used or stored by the brain. Visual stimuli is more effective than others. There are two types of encoding process. So first there is automatic encoding, next is effortful encoding. Talking about the automatic encoding, it occurs automatically with little or no effort. The unconscious encoding of incidental information, encoding time, space, meaning with no efforts is involved. So for example, finding keys, purse, where you keep it daily. Next is effortful encoding. It requires attention and conscious effort. It is occurred by studying, rehearsing, or making association with old and new information. After the practice effort process, it becomes automatic. For example, remembering names, dates, definitions, and formulas. So now we have storage. So the encoded information is retained, stored for one period of time, used less, and gets discarded. Frequently used information are stored more permanently. Encoded information used in nervous system is called memory trace, neurogram, or engram. So now we have retrieval, which means getting information. So we recall, bring memory into consciousness. The retrieval process having three ways. So first there is recall and recognition method. So recall means bringing the past experience into the present consciousness. That is, we recall the material that we learned in the past. High efficiency, accuracy in recalling information, we score better. For example, in order to know our recall score, so the correct responses divided by total into 100%. Next we have recognition method. It is the retrieving information in presence of stimulus already experienced. It requires sorting out material with the new material between us. So it is easier than recall cause we acknowledge familiar things. Person sees old picture and recognizes friends. So recognition is calculated by right answers minus wrong answers divided by total into 100. Now we have relearning and reconstruction. So relearning means going through the material again rather than original learning. So when we learn something, we learn it quickly than the original learn. So study for the final exam is relearning. So saving score can be determined by original minus relearning score divided by total into 100%. Next we have, oh there is, sorry, there is no percent, into 100. Next we have reconstruction. So it is the list of material presented to the subject one after another. The order of arrangement distributed or presented to the subject to rearrange in the same order. As the subject fails to arrange in order, it will be shown again and asked to rearranged. Now we have another topic, which is memory system or theories of memory. So we will study about sensory memory, short-term memory STM, and long-term memory classical theory, which is also known as Atkinson's Shiffrin's model. So talking about sensory memory, it refers to the initial momentary recording of the information in sensory system. So over here we have iconic image, which is visual memory. Next is echoic image, which means sound memory. So talking about the visual memory, sensation strikes to our eyes, giving us visual system. It refers to the visual persistence of the information interpreted by the visual system. Next we have sound memory. It is applied to the phenomena in the auditory domain, that is listening. It persists after the information is heard. So it is similar system assumed to be exist for other sensory system like touch, taste and smell. Now we have another topic, short-term memory. So memory that holds the information retrieved from the sensory registered up to 30 seconds. The length of retention depends upon the number of factors. Person has capacity to hold up to 7 plus minus 2 items at a time. So short-term memory holds numbers, words, complex concepts. Items can be maintained by rehearse, that is repeating the information again. The repetition can be increased probability that will enter into the permanent storage, which is long-term memory. So talking about rehearsal and retrieval. So on the rehearsal means the process of keeping the items of information in the center attention by repeating continuously. The amount of rehearsal given continuously is transferred from short-term memory to the long-term memory, going over and over again for what to remember, which is not necessary to transfer to long-term memory, is maintenance rehearsal. Meanwhile, people using the strategies that give meaning to the organization so that it fits in the long-term memory is known as elaborative rehearsal. Talking about retrieval, it is the process by which we recall information in memory. Retrieval, helping to recall memory, falls under two categories. First, waking up. When we make new, we include certain information that acts as a trigger to access the memory, which are influenced by context dependent cues. Next is state dependent retrieval, refers to the internal state to recall the information stored in the long-term memory, where the internal state is similar to existed state when entered into a memory. Now we have next topic, retrieval failure. When similar context is unable to find, it causes queuing failure. The state dependent theory states that when similar state is available, then retrieval is easy. Now talking about long-term memory classical theory or information processing mode, which is also known as Atkinson's and Shiffrin's model. So we take information and process them in step and stage and produce output. The model of the memory based on this idea are called information processing theories. It was developed by Richard Atkinson and Richard Shiffrin. So we have this chart where we can see the stimuli collects the information to the sensory memory. So sensory memory, either it gets attention and get stored in short-term memory, or it gets forget. So when short-term memory, if any information is available, either through rehearsal, we can take it to the long-term memory. There is encoding and retrieval. So memory starts with the sensory input from the environment. Input held for the time associated with the sensory channel, that is vision, hearing or touch. The information is passed from short-term memory held for 20 seconds or 30 seconds. The information is processed by rehearse, that is having focus upon it, repeating over and over and being processed, that will link it up. We remember something as a representation of the item is withdrawal from long-term memory. Now talking about the contemporary approach to memory or the parallel distributed model or neural network model. So parallel distributed model suggests the Simultaneous processing of the information by numerous neural modules in the brain. Processing unit is dedicated towards the specific tasks that are interconnected. More complex tasks, greater module come into the operation. The neural network model implies that our memory does not operate in the sequential manner in which each letter or pattern is compared with the context of our memory format, which can be slow mechanism. Instead, we engage in parallel processing where later words are processed at a time. Neural model suggests that it is rich interconnectedness of our neural units that accounts for our ability to process information quickly in a specific place in a brain. Now we have working memory. The short-term memory referred to ability to hold information in the mind over a brief period of a time. It is temporarily storing and managing the information required to carry out the cognitive tasks such as learning, reasoning, comprehension. Remembering or beginning or end if series is called serial position effect. So recalling first few item is called primary effect. Recalling the last item on the list is called recency effect or better recall. Now talking about long-term memory, the system for the permanent storing, managing and retrieval information for the later use. Time span cannot be stated, which may be for few days, months or years. For example, vocabulary can be increased over the period of a time. There are two types of long-term memory. Talking about them, there is declarative or explicit memory or procedural, non-declarative or implicit memory. Talking about explicit memory, it refers to all memory that consciously is available. There is again two subdivisions which includes episodic and semantic memory. Talking about implicit memory, it refers to the use of objects, movement of body, skills that human possess. For example, riding bike, using pencil, etc. People gain procedural knowledge by practice. It takes considerable effort and improvement over the period of a time. Now talking about two subdivisions of declarative memory, episodic and semantic memory. So episodic memory refers to the memories of specific events of one's life. It is connected with a specific time and place. For example, describing memory, childhood incident, etc. Semantic memory, it refers to our GK of the world facts that we know. It is not tied to a particular time or place. For example, chemical formula for salt is NaCl and Kathmandu is the capital of Nepal. Now we have another topic, associated model of memory. So memory consists of mental representation of cluster of information. So the activities trigger activation of related memories in the process known as spreading activation. There are two forms of memory, explicit and implicit. Now explicit memory refers to the intentional or conscious recollection of the information, that is remembering date and time, etc. Implicit memory refers to the memory that people not consciously are aware of but affect the performance. Now over here we can see under the animal kingdom we can associate cat, dogs, fish, bird. Now talking about improving memory, techniques and methods of improving memory, it engages in distributed learning practice, use visual or imaginary mnemonics, or utilize the senses or proper senses. Next is learner's state of mind. It is the willingness to learn, free from stress, anxiety, fear, emotional factor. It is having confidence in oneself better. Next is acronyms. The first few letters of each word is taken and a list is taken in a meaningful way. For example, the name of Sark Nation as Sri Mal Pa Ni Bu Bao. Now next is storytelling method. A meaningful story is made in the visual form to be remembered for better memory. Next is association. It is pairing things, finding relation between the things, and memorize the material with the material that is already existed in our memory. Next is concentration. If we are focused on what we are struggling, we can memorize things easily. Early morning study is effective than the late night study over here. Next is overlearning, that is repeating the things over and over again. Now we have forgetting. So it is the restoring the previous experience or recalling or reproducing what is learned previously. The loss of information already encoded and stored in the long-term memory. Now we have causes of forgetting. There are two groups for being forgetting, that is affect of learning and other than learning. So factors affecting learning, it is the relation between learning and forgetting is logical. Less learning refers to more forgetting. Effectiveness of learning depends upon the behavior of individual, types of tasks, and learning situation. Some factors affecting learning are use of imaginary, motivation for learning, mental set or attitude. Next is method of learning is whole versus the part, recitation or more reading. Now we have theories of forgetting. So factors affecting other than learning are some explanation of forgetting as decay theory, interference or inhibition theory, memory dysfunction, and repression or retrieval failure. So talking about decay theory, the old idea is decayed as when we learn new and new information, they gradually disintegrate over the period of a time. Decay theory does not provide explanation of forgetting, but merely a description where time by itself is a causative agent. For example, bicycle left for a long period of a time gets rusted. It is the phenomena of reminiscence. So example, memory gets recovered over a period of a time. So one can use the information at a point of a time and able to retrieve perfectly later. Now we have interference or inhibition theory, where interference from other information or activity over the period of a time. A practical experiment was carried out and two types of interference are there, proactive and retroactive. So talking about proactive interference, when learning interferes our ability to recall new information. For example, study the French in class 10 and study of Spanish in class 11. On the test, French vocabulary could interfere the ability to remember. The experiment is arranged as experimental group and control group. Next is the retroactive interference. It occurs when new interference with the ability to recall the earlier information. It has devastating effects. The experiment is arranged as experimental group and controlled group. Now we have repression or retrieval failure. So repression means it refers to the process of forgetting the unpleasant, unacceptable experience which is pushed into consciousness. Next is retrieval failure is inability to recall or bring memory into consciousness. Now we have another topic, memory dysfunction or amnesia. Amnesia means loss of memory. It is a kind of forgetting form of memory disorder cause of loss which has already been stored information. It includes Alzheimer, anterograde amnesia and retrograde amnesia. So talking about Alzheimer disease, it is a condition in which neurons in the brain gradually degenerate, hindering the brain function. It is slowly progressive disease of the brain characterized by impairment of memory and eventually by the disturbance in reasoning, planning, language, perception. The result from increase in production accumulation of the specific protein, that is beta amyloid protein. It leads to nerve cell death. It involves the part of brain that controls the thought, memory and language. People have trouble in remembering the things recently that has happened. They may not recognize even their family members. The problem is in speaking, reading and writing. They forget how to brush teeth, comb hair, become anxious, aggressive and genetic risk. So next topic we have anterograde amnesia. The individual is unable to form new memory. The person's old memory exists and short-term memory is functional. It is the result of trauma or brain injury. The new information passes through the hippocampus before it is committed to a permanent memory. The damage to hippocampus prevents the memory formation. So next we have retrograde great amnesia. It is the temporary or permanent forgetting of the things. It occurs before the events where amnesia were caused, which is often some type of brain function. There is the loss of memory for the old experience. Causes of amnesia are injury in the brain at hippocampus, less specifically the temporal lobes. The people suffer feel as if 1 to 4 hours before injury as a dream. The memory loss affects the specific classes of the memory. So yes, that's the end of the chapter memory and forgetting. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. You guys are amazing. Keep reading.